not about the impending disaster and a debate over whether it's true or just a mere narrative. And neither do I intend to, bombard with you all facts and figures, because it's basic. We are having those bombardments all around the clock on our social medias, and I'm personally kind of bored. Like, I don't want to see those scary figures again. So, what this video is about how humanity responds to the social calls and the present state of affairs. So, point number one. So, in our psychology class, we used to practice a diagram, and especially before our exams, this is known as the Maslow's hierarchy of needs. And those who aren't really aware, it's a pyramid where it's the theory goes on to say, like, when man has achieved met the needs of the lowest rung, they can move upwards. So the lowest rung has been occupied for the immediate needs of man, such as food, air, access to clean drinking water, and shelter. The rung just above it goes for security and employment opportunities, and then comes, and the rung above comes with the need for safe relationships and family bonding, and then comes in self-esteem and self-actualization. So what I intend to state is, right now in the world, we all are pretty much aware that most people don't have even access to safe drinking water. There's a refugee crisis, and there are people who are still being deprived of basic education and even respect and rights and all stuff, and even identification of their basic genetic heritage. And people are also really going through a lot of mental health issues and toxic relationships. So at a time like this, people have all their needs, their priorities sorted. So in a time like this, if only the issue of climate change would affect them directly, would they take notice of the fact? Other than that, most of the people around the world are really into themselves. It's not being selfish, it's sorting out their issues, because what's bothering them in the first place. So for people like Elon Musk and Leo D, they have their issues sorted. They have met their needs at the lowest rung, and so they can go on and talk about climate change and start a space link project and stuff. So that's easy for them to do. But for most of the people around the world, they don't have their needs met. So I think that's what goes in the apathy. Climate change is an environmental something from the scientific domain, and it's being increasingly intertwined with politics. And when politics come in, the integrity of science is more or less compromised. Like we all know how much people have on-off relationship with politics. Most of the people don't want to get involved in politics, and anything that has to do with politics and automatically perceived as being negative. So when the issue of climate change is certainly politicized, it takes a toll on being taken into account. Partly are false alarms, because the best example is of the Mayan calendar impending disaster of the world will end in 2012. I was in school back then, and I remember the panic around it, but then nothing happened. So people are thinking there's just panic and nothing will happen. Concluding this video with probable suggestions, because honestly I don't have solutions. I am searching for solutions, and something allied to it, that textbooks and also in the exams, they always have these questions: state the reasons for gully erosion, state probable solutions. I mean, I understand I'm a student of geography, but I don't really have the expertise to suggest downright about such technical issues, and we don't have solutions to every problem. So if you are writing solutions to every problem in your papers, it's quite obvious you are having them from Quora, and that's really but those were just for the reasons people don't really take climate change seriously.